Good morning, Guyana. Good morning, Guyana. Welcome down to our. This is going to be our final show for the year. Well, trying to talk show segment for the year on Fun, Fit, and Healthy. It's been a pleasure the last 4 months bringing you these shows and dispensing information regarding health and fitness related matters. We have in the studio today a very, very special guest. We're trying to get a lot of women on board to come and talk about their experiences so you at home can actually learn from them and really see that these things are quite possible. So I'll let her introduce herself in a few, but this young lady has a very, very, very deep story about her journey into health and fitness. She's been through a lot, a lot of things that have occurred to her that could have caused her to stymie her progress in the sport of bodybuilding. But here she is today, and I would like to introduce you guys to Miss Hannah Ramprasad. Right? How are you, Hannah? How are you?
I'm great.
And a pleasure having you on today. And I really always want women to come on the show and talk about their experiences. So first off, let's tell the people a little bit about who you are. What's your origin story, where you're from in Guyana. A brief intro as to who Hannah Ramprasad is.
Okay, so I am Hannah Ramprasad. I am 21 years old. I'm a single mother also.
Mm-hmm. How old is your son? You have a son, right?
My son is 3 years old.
3-year-old son, right? So 3 years and 21. Young girl. And what brought you to the sport of bodybuilding? Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so our first gym, I never experienced gym before. Mm-hmm. I never know about training and all that. Mm-hmm. So I decided, I see the girls on Instagram, nice girls. I was like, oh my god, I want to look like this one day. And then I started to go gym, and I saw a guy, which is my trainer. He look at me. He know how I am about to do things want to force myself to become what I want to become.
He saw the potential in you. Well,
So I never had that intention of being a fitness or being a bikini bodybuilding,
but you got it.
I saw I eventually as I go through the everything, I saw, and I keep looking, and I saw bikini girls. I'm like, wow, look at these girls. And my trainer said, yes, you can make me like that.
Yeah. Well,
and I feel like I was I didn't believe it until I see it.
So when did your bug bite you?
It was so shocking. My heart melted until I got Kaiser news, and my heart started to melt because I never know I would look like this, because I've been small for the first show of my life, and then I got mature.
Yeah, your muscles started to develop, and for you training every day and sticking to your diet.
I had that
drive. Yeah.
So pushes me more.
Right. So you see, guys, I'm sorry I didn't have a picture. I should have had a picture to show you guys Hannah's transformation. Next time, next year when we start, I'll probably get her to come on the show again and talk about her experience. So you are competing this weekend also, right?
Yes.
Right. So you see, Hannah is what's called a bikini competitor. There are many categories of female participation in bodybuilding, but Hannah in particular, she does bikini, right? And you can't really see, but what the physique she has on there is phenomenal. And I've seen pictures of Hannah before. And the interesting thing how I met Hannah, I went to where she works, and I saw her, I was like, this girl has a really, and I said, you haven't been to a gym? She's like, yes, you could. She was so excited. She started showing me pictures of her progress and all the different kind of things. And then she told me who her trainer was, and I knew her trainer. So you want to tell people a little bit about who your trainer is and how you guys came to be?
Okay, so as I say, for the first time I ever met, in the gym, my trainer, he was the only person ever trained me. Nobody else ever, never. He started it from small,
Batch.
from go until he get even more and more.
Right. So I want to drop his name a bit. His name.
That's why I will always be there, to help when he told me this, when he told me that, do it, because I know we start from small, we go up, we grow in that.
Right. So you trust his judgment, you trust the things he tells you to, because you've seen what he has done for you. in terms of giving you that guidance, in terms of giving you that knowledge. All right, this is what we've been saying on the show all the time, guys. When you want to change your body, you seek people out that are competent enough. You seek people out that have the knowledge that can assist you, right? Our trainer is a very good guy in the sport of bodybuilding, and he also competed here many years.
Farmer.
And he was a Mr. Guyana here before. His name none other than Mr. Eustace Abrams, aka Robo. Right? Those of you in the fitness community are fully aware of his pedigree, aware of his track record in training athletes. He specializes particularly in getting female athletes stage ready. You know, he currently resides in Canada, where he's doing a lot of phenomenal work with female competitors, and Hannah is one of those competitors back in Guyana. And that's a good thing. You have persons that have the knowledge and have been in the sport for a long time that are actually looking back to Guyana and seeing the talent. Now, Hannah, like, again, guys, if you've seen, I'm so sorry I don't have a picture of Hannah.
And another thing too, I have made my transformation. My trainers make my transformation really excellent in a short space of time, like
right. A year, right?
Like 1 year. Because last year I was this small and I got bigger.
Right.
Bigger muscle.
Right. Developed muscles.
Yes.
Right. So what we've been saying on the show all along, it is not a fallacy, guys. It's actually something that is achievable. Again, Hannah is a competitor. She has a different mindset when it comes to her fitness pursuits. She trains with a particular goal in mind, with a particular physique she wants to achieve. And you at home that are now getting into health and fitness, you have to put something in front of you. You have to have a goal working towards that. So, Hannah, now that we introduced this particular topic, can you tell the viewing public about some of the difficulties you might have experienced that might have caused you to like second guess yourself, or what sort of things that were in your life that caused you to kind of at times, if at all, at times kind of question whether or not this journey is for you? Have you ever had like moments like that where you've questioned the process?
Actually, yes, but I never give up because I always say my trainer pushes me, and I will never, ever, ever turn my back against that. So even though I'm so tired, I have to work, I have to take care of my son. Yeah, but
you are a single mom too, right?
Yes.
Right. So
even though it's so hard, I always make time for everything because he started this. I'm going to finish it with him.
Correct. There you go, guys. So you see Hannah, a single mom, working, and you work long hours. She works very long hours, and she still gets up in the morning, make sure meals are prepped.
Sometimes I got to do 2-hour cardio.
2 hours?
It's really hard.
2 hours of cardio?
For a day.
Ah, man. How do you do 2 hours of cardio in one session, or you split it up?
Split it in half. Sometimes I have no rest. I do it. Sometimes I do have rest. But I burn like for an hour and not another hour. I burn like 1,500, or the other session will be 1,200, 1,300,
just
which
to keep
is 2,600, 2,500 for a day.
A day. Whew, man, guys, that's a lot. And she's a very petite girl, so if you really think about the amount of calories she has to burn, the amount of work she has to put in to produce that caloric expenditure, it's really, really intense, you understand? But she does it because she has goals set for herself. She has a physique she's looking to achieve, and she's working hard towards it. Now, it all begins with your mindset. It all begins with your mindset, and she can certainly attest to the value of thinking and incorporating positive thoughts. I was talking with her trainer earlier in the week, and he was telling me, because she is competing, I think she looks a little bit drained and tired because at this stage of competition prep, you're a bit depleted. Not a bit, you're a lot depleted, and you're very, very fatigued, and your body is basically running on just enough calories to get it through the day.
My body's low of calories.
Right.
That's why.
Very, very low. So at this point, she's trying to dry out. She's trying to get a little bit harder. And she's trying to really do that little fine tweaking and detailing. So when she steps on stage on December 18th at the Cultural Center, she's going to look phenomenal. I encourage you guys to go out and take a look at the athletes on December 18th at the Cultural Center. I think tickets are how much? You take $2,500? $2,500, which is not too much, not too expensive to pay for a ticket to go see Guyana's premier athletes. Now, Hannah, what advice would you give going through this for yourself? What advice would you like to dispense to young girls who may be looking at you and second guessing themselves as to whether or not they want to pick up a dumbbell and start lifting weights? What would you tell them?
Well, like, you have to have that mindset. That's one thing. But also, if you don't have that mindset, you would never push it to that level you want it to be. So I would say that you must be inspired by people. You can go to the gym and just look at how people train, because a lot of people look at me as a motivation.
Right.
Even Rosanna herself came to me and said, I'm her motivation. I was like, yeah, and I'm in this game for only 1 year. I did not believe it. I was like, that was crazy, because that even pushed me more. And after from her, somebody else come after, like a lot of people look at me.
Because of seeing your hard work.
Because I push it really hard. You look at people, you get that motivation. Never give up, no matter what your mind tells you. Because when you give up, that is the time when it's working. So do not give up.
There you go, and that's solid advice. Once you want to achieve your goals and you're firmly engaged with achieving your goals, you'll be bang on. You know, I think Hannah is very representative of what it takes. One second. Yeah, she's very representative of what it takes to achieve this, and like she rightfully said, you have to have the right mindset, you know. And her being a year in the sport and a competitor like Rosanna Fong paying her a compliment, that's a huge accolade, because they see the work, they see the fruits of your labor, and they see that you are here for business, not here to play. All right. So this weekend, December 18th, at the show, Hannah, what do you intend to do? Do you intend to take it all? Are there anybody you're looking at?
I am 100%. Actually 1,000%.
1,000% sure.
Sure. I will. I'm definitely number one.
Number one. There you go. So
I only have my options or my suggestion of how I think, but other people can put it their way, because everybody want to say, oh, they're number one. You have to say good things about them in order to push them more.
Correct.
It's not anything but boasting or anything but saying that, oh, yeah, I know she got it, whatever. No, it's not anything like, I never tell people that I will win or I will lose. You
have to have that confidence. Yeah. You have to have that self-determination that you're going to do well.
I just want to push it. I just want to leave a big impact on this world, so that I can see myself one day, look at the TV and say, oh, this is me. Wow, I'm Miss Olympia. I am this, I am that. You know, it's really amazing.
Right. So you feel encouraged to continue lifting weights and doing what you got to do in the gym. Now, so you mentioned it with Miss Olympia, so your aspiration is to one day become a professional bikini competitor, correct?
Perfect.
Great. So that is no easy task, guys. That is something that you have to really commit to, and she certainly has committed to doing that and making that a reality in her life. And it's with sheer grit. I've seen this young lady move with a certain sense of purpose, always moving, right? She's always on the go. So what would you tell people at home that are looking at you right now? What are some of the actual changes in terms of your life that you've seen becoming a competitor? What are some of the benefits, direct benefits you've seen in your life from being a competitor?
Well, actually, I got like some help from people. People help me sometimes, and my trainer, he helped me with, like, you know, you have like a lot of help in this with sponsoring, and so that's the most important thing.
You wanna shout out some of your sponsors, give them a little plug if you want to.
Okay, I want to shout out to Cyber Protection Service. He sponsored me. That's my trainer. Security.
Right. So you want to just keep your trainer, Mr. Eustace Abrams, is the man that actually has...
He is my biggest sponsor.
Right. Being able to carry you...
So I pick up Cyber Protection Service.
Alright, there you go. Cyber Protection Services. Mr. Eustace Abrams has his company there if you want any kind of cybersecurity.
And he has the best security protection. Like,
Bar down.
I think. Oh, also, I think I always say when I always meet him, like, because the time when I saw him, like, he gave me like different transmission every show, everything. Because this is my third show. I'm only gonna do for the entire my entire life.
Right, third time. You did compete.
Yeah.
You can compete in Barbados too, right?
Yeah,
you
that
went
was
to the
second.
CSC,
This
right.
will be the third.
Your third show. Show, right.
So when I see my body start to change, I was like, he is the best trainer in the world. I don't believe it, like, and he always said, that's nice. He's happy to hear that.
There you go.
I mean, he encouraged me. I have to give him more courage to encourage me.
Right. So the relationship that actually real some benefit from having somebody guiding you. All right. Again, guys, you at home looking, it's important. I can't emphasize this enough. The value of having people with the right knowledge to guide your pursuits. It is not easy. It's not easy. Like Hannah described, single mom, having all these kind of difficulties in front of her, but she's still achieving her goals, and that because she's making herself a priority. Right. She takes the time. She puts in the time, she puts in the effort to make sure that she is achieving her goals, and that is fundamentally that is fundamentally what is necessary when you are trying to pursue a fitness lifestyle. You have to be very, very disciplined. There's no reward without it, and in all aspects of your life. I think you have to be disciplined. You have to know what needs to be done, and go out and do it, regardless of what's going on, right? So Hannah, it's really, really a pleasure and a joy to have you on the platform today, talking about your experiences and letting the people know what this type of lifestyle is like and what is expected. So let's talk a little bit about your actual training, right? So like in a week, how many days per week do you train?
Sometimes I.
Well, again, let's differentiate between your competition prep training and your regular off-season training. In your off-season, how do you train in your off-season?
I train for like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Then I do my cardio.
A day?
Then I do another cardio.
How many days a week do you train?
How many days?
How many days in a week? How many
About 10 days in a week.
You train 10 times in a week? 10 times a week?
Because I mean, this is my opportunity. This is where my trainer pushed me. Like, he pushed me to that.
So let's say, like, on Monday, do you have, what's your favorite regimen? Do you work, back or legs? What do you work on? Let's say Monday. Monday is what day?
Oh, I do full body.
Full body exercises?
Yeah.
Typically, do you do...
Not from the starting, but from the middle, getting down to contest prep.
Full body?
Start from full.
All the muscles. So just those who don't know full body sessions, full bodies are...
And it's not easy. And also, I do not eat.
Do fasting workouts?
Yeah, I got accustomed to that.
This child is crazy. This child wants it bad. Yeah. She wants it bad.
No food on cardio.
Right. And fasting cardio is a very, very effective way of reducing your body fat. I personally, and this is a competition technique, fasting cardio, which is cardio where you do your cardio low steady state, not too intense, but you don't eat anything, and that has been shown to yield a lot of results in terms of weight loss, in terms of weight management. For you, those of you at home, that's a bit intense. We don't necessarily recommend it for persons who are just average gym goers per se, right? When you start to see results, when you start to manifest the muscle, and you start to see your body change, you can actually see the yields and the benefit of that, right? So fasting cardio is a very, very effective tool in your toolkit when you're talking about health and fitness and trying to get leaner, right? And she certainly does that, and you can see the translating into her physique. So Hannah, tell us a little bit about what your nutrition has been like, your diet. How hard has it been dialing in for this show?
I wouldn't tell you everything. I wouldn't tell everything, but I do have a lot of salad, chicken. I have fish. Yeah.
So a lot of lean cuts of meat,
protein,
and get you balanced with your good veggies and eat. Yeah. Right? How many meals a day do you eat?
maybe it depends on how I feel like. But mostly I eat like 4 and I cut to 3.
Cut to 3 now.
Because the more I get hungry, the more I eat. So I cannot be hungry.
Right. Because you want the body, you don't want your body to feed off the muscle that you develop. And I think what's important to understand is that your muscles are predominantly protein, and in the absence of nutrition, your body typically works on the protein before it works on the fat. So in order to maintain the muscle you gain, you must have a reasonable portion of protein to counter your body's what's called a catabolism, where your body that tends to break down macronutrients to give yourself energy, right? So bodybuilders in particular always have to keep their protein high because they're already functioning on calorie deficits, and you don't want to lose the quality muscle that you've spent all year putting on. So you try to make sure that you keep that protein intake high, all right? So you said, as Hannah said, her meals are pretty clean. There's little to no fat in them. The fats that she does eat are good, healthy fats that help to promote homeostasis in our body. So these are things that you need to be aware of when you're planning your own meals at home, and when you're basically working on yourselves at home. Hannah is a competitor, right? She has a competitor's mindset, and you can see the benefits of it. You guys don't need to be doing all of that unless you're willing to transition and become what she has placed herself to become.
It's really hard. I mean, this training that we do now, because my trainer and I train together, and he don't give me no food until we finish.
Early meal.
And it's really hard because like it's hard training.
Yeah.
It's not easy training. He told me that not everybody can do this. That's what he said to me.
That's very true.
Yeah. And sometimes he make me cry because, I can imagine like the time back like last year. I can imagine like what will I be doing in that spirit thing,
you won't be doing this.
I'm like,
but you have a goal, and that's what keeps you moving forward. Your goals.
Yeah.
Right. And I think you're certainly a shining example for your son. To have a mother that sacrifices for him, but at the same time sacrifice for yourself, and you're doing all of this to improve your overall well-being. You understand? I do certainly believe that you have the mindset. I do believe that you have the potential to take the sport and become a real ambassador of female bodybuilding in the Guyana, regionally, and abroad. So I do commend you for taking the time today from your prep. I don't want to keep you too long. We're going to wrap the show now. And I really do commend you and your hard work and all your efforts and the fruits of those efforts. Before we wrap, is there anything you want to tell the Guyanese people in particular before we wrap? Any advice, any kind of message you'd like to leave them with?
I would say if you guys want to come to me and say, oh, I saw you from that live, or I saw you in the gym, you can say hi to me because I'm free. I'm not too rude, but I don't like to be disturbed when I'm training. I always keep my mind focused. So never give up. Always push hard as you can. Your mind tells you what you can do. You work on that, and you killed it.
There you go. So there you have it, guys. Hannah Rampersad. She's going to be doing business on December 18th, this Sunday, at the National Cultural Center. We are encouraging you guys.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, she's excited. First senior show, right?
Yeah.
First senior show. So, it's going to be really good.
This is the first time I'm so excited for a show.
Yeah, because you work hard, man. You work hard, really, really, really hard. Like it's been crazy, I'm sure.
I know.
Crazy. But, all your hard work is going to culminate this Sunday. You're probably going to have a little cheat meal afterwards. Where do you gonna go? Where your trainer gonna go? You think to get some meals?
Maybe Chinese.
There you go. So she's working really, really hard to earn a cheat meal. Finally, after how many weeks of prep did you do?
About 5.
5 weeks of prep. Alright, so a little over a month she's been grinding, getting her body detailed, getting her body fine-tuned for damage on Sunday. So guys, if you're watching, if you're interested, if you've never been to a bodybuilding show before, and you see Hannah on the platform, and you think that's a very, very interesting young lady, you can go see her do damage this December 18th at the National Convention Center. I think the show starts at 6 p.m. Sharp. Of course, they'll have the protocols they have to follow, and about 6:30 the show should be on the way. I think the bikini competitors come on a little bit halfway through the show, so you guys can definitely come down and check out the Guyana Amateur Bodybuilding Fitness Federation's premier flagship show, Mr. Guyana, where Hannah will be there. Darius, sometime we had on the show, Tuesday. We have Nicholas Albert. We have a lot of Guyana's top tier. Emerson Campbell, I think he's going to be performing also. A lot of Guyana's elite bodybuilders are going to be featured. And again, these guys are accessible to you once you're not training. You can go up to them, you can ask them advice. Me personally, when I competed, when persons would come and ask me for tips and advice on what I did to achieve a particular body, I was happy to dispense that. So, you see Hannah, you can talk to her and you can get some advice. She'll not give you all the tricks in the bag, right? But I'm sure she'll be able to give you a few.
I was trained not to say anything.
There you go.
I was trained in everything
quite militant, right? Keep it strict.
Professional.
But, you will get some kind of good and favorable feedback from her. So, again, this is our final show for the year. Again, it's been my pleasure hosting this show and presenting this show to you guys thus far. Tomorrow, this is the final talk show, I should say. Tomorrow we have our final workout session, which is your lower body blast, and we will wrap for the year, and you will be seeing us back come January to help you burn off all of those calories you've put on, or calories you've stored over your Christmas holiday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful season so far. I think public servants get paid. I'll call up some friends and try and get a little raise. You should call some of your public servant friends and see if you get a little raise too. Instead, the money in the bank, MIB, right? So, we hope that things ramp up for you guys at home, and your Christmas season is a wonderful one, and you have a really enjoyable time with your family and loved ones. And as always, what we like to leave you guys with is, if your day didn't start correctly, hopefully you can change that trajectory and have a more positive day. And we also always encourage you in the close of show that it's important to take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. So this is your host, Coel, signing out. This will be the last time I'll be talking to you guys, except tomorrow we'll be on the upper body blast. And again, it's been my pleasure joining you where you're tuning in from, and we will see you back next year for the continuation of these really, really healthy discourses. So do have a wonderful rest of the day, Guyana.